The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman on this Thursday, the 15th of January, mid-month. We're looking at a very interesting month. Look at this. Here's the Dow up 202 at 49,352. Kind of stalling here at very close to all-time highs of 49,633. But what's very interesting is that the 9-period moving average has still been very strong. One of the reasons why all we did yesterday was 2 days ago, just before that sudden turn down, we took a little bit off money management. We just needed to do that. Haven't added back anything yet, but it's still looking good. We've got good positions here. But most importantly, look at this, 82% in the stochastic. That's good. On balance, volumes pulled back since the digestive phase has begun. The MACD is still good. The RSI, the relative strength, has pulled back a little bit, not quite as strong as it was recently. But that 9-period moving average over the 14, that is a big deal. But look at this. We've got the Chapman Wave inside track repellent zone right there. So how we come out of this, I'd say by, what is it today, Thursday? So we've got all of today. We're only half an hour, just 40 minutes or so into the session. Let's go through to Tuesday afternoon, when I'm just about to do my interview with Tommy, Tuesday afternoon. Let's see where we are. Why? Because the stalling motion could be re-energizing, or it could be suggesting that we're getting a little bit toppy with a double top, that peak D and then a fractional peak E, I think, 16 points higher or something. So I'm just watching that. Nothing to see here other than to say, I just need to watch it. I was very cautious going into yesterday because of the tariffs. Tariffs are being put off. I don't know if they've even given a date when they're coming back. Not the problem. The problem is that there's a real mix in this market, and that's very important. There's a rotation. I mentioned to my subscribers, I mean, look at this. The chemical I mentioned about a week or two ago, I said, I'm starting to see some really good signs in the chemical. Look at this Dow Chemical. Look at the monthly chart, horrible, going from up in the 60s over the last year or so, slumps down to the 20s, and then it has a very nice move. Leg D in the weekly chart going above the rectangle formation. Look, H goes to a lowercase m, and this is a very successful move to the upside. The daily chart has gone to a second buy signal to completion, going to a D or an E or an F, and now it's the second time it's going to a D. It's pulling back just a little bit at 41, down 41 cents at 27.85. Watching that 200-period moving average magnet. The other one I mentioned was a Lyondell. This is Lyondell, Basil, industrials, chemical producers. Look at this move. Look at that weekly chart. Dow at least had, in the monthly chart, it had a peak A, and now it's got a leg B. Lyondell, it just went straight down from 107 back in May of 2024 down to the most recent low of 41, and now it's got a leg A in the monthly chart. The month isn't finished, but it's a good turnaround. But look at the weekly chart starting to improve. It stuck its head above the left side, right side price time match with the Chapman Wave inside track dash green resistance level, went right there. So this is a peak C if there's no new high today, and it should go to a D. But I'm trying to point out, Weyerhaeuser, this is in the timber industry, WY trading at 26.38, down 24 cents. Look at that snap through. Also a monthly chart. So there's a rotation going on. So those folks who are looking at the Microsofts, we actually own Microsoft for much lower down. Look at this. Twice now underneath the 464.89 low of November in the dreaded H that goes to a lowercase h, goes to a lowercase m. Watch out if 2 to 3 days it's below 464.89. This is the second day. Going to leg C in the monthly chart. I'm saying there's a rotation going. General Motors, all-time high 6 sessions ago, 85.15. A little bit of a pullback, maybe a little bit of even a head and shoulders. It doesn't matter. This is very Alcoa. real long General Motors. Alcoa, real long Alcoa. 54.46 was the high. Oh, what am I talking about? Yesterday's high was 66.95. Let me just change that. I forgot about that. 66.95. 66.95. And it's still only in leg C, so it could still go a little higher. All-time highs yesterday. There's a rotation, and if you don't recognize the rotation, it's going to make it pretty hard. So let me just run the numbers. Dow right now is pulled back a little bit from the high. Oh, but it isn't. It's actually now running nicely. It's up 248 at 49,388. The S&P right now, nice move to the upside, up 35 at 69.63. The QQQ, NDX 100 trading vehicle, up 6 at 625.56. The IWM, still the star of the day. Yep, star of the day, up $1.93, up 0.72%. 0.75%. That's nice at 265.07, all-time high. I need to look at the semiconductors. Oh, this is interesting. Look, you have the semis, all-time high, up $14 at 402.48. What was I just looking at? Was it last night? Today? When was it? Micron. Yeah, Micron's low today. Made an all-time high 3 days ago of 351.23. MU's the symbol, up 10 at 343.87. Opens at 345.33. Has a high of 347.77. And then it has a low of 339.00, a round number low. If it takes that low out today, that's one thing. If it stays there over the next 2-3 sessions, if it goes under 336, this is now going to be a short-term top. Let me just look at the other one I was looking at. Can't remember what I was looking at. Doesn't matter. So I'll go through. I'm going to be watching for round numbers. You remember back in April of, where's the semiconductor industry? There it is, SMHs. Back in April of 2000, time flies when you're having fun. There it is, 2024. No, it was June. Yes, I've been talking about the round numbers, and all of a sudden it arches over and then it plummets. And what does it do? In April of 2025, it goes from 283 in June of 2024 down to 170.11, and then starts this fantastic move up. So this is very interesting because you remember I was talking about round numbers. Everybody said, what do you know, round numbers? Yeah, we saw the round numbers in so many of the semis and so many of the other. You remember that was there were a number of tech stocks that were doing that. That was the clue that there would be some kind of a pullback. All right. So let's go on. Yeah, we want to look at TLT bonds. TLT's up 17 cents. Had a nice spike to the upside. It's given back a little bit, but it means it's a good sign because finally you can say, aha, that arching over we were looking at in the TBT weekly, TBT. That's the inverse. This is the yield itself. 33.95, 3.395, down 7 cents. There's the dreaded H pattern that I said. If this unfolds, that's a really good sign. Then we can start looking at Toll Brothers. Toll Brothers is up 41 cents. It went to a peak D, so it's having a bit of a rest. A double top. Remember, I love to look at double tops. I spoke about it yesterday. 150 back in November, pulls back sharply to the 120s, just under 150 3 sessions ago, taking a bit of a rest. I'll be right back. Dow's up 250.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
We're back, folks. Dow's up 267, S&P's up 36. Just kind of a real mixed market here. Even the Dow's up and the S&P's up. So, question came in about Fluence Energy. Could I have a look at it? So it's trading right now. FLNC is a symbol at 25.27 up 252. Monthly chart. A leg B, all the technicals are improving. The stochastic is at 76%. It needs to get to 80%. But wow, look at the aperture of the 9-period differential in the MACD and the slow moving average, the 26-period moving average, still expanding. That's really positive. Nice trading above the 200-period moving average in the weekly. Now I have this as an alternate count. Look. An instant restart after a peak D within 3 bars, it takes out the left side high. Immediately think new leg E, but it could also be an alternate count A, brand new buy signal to buy mode. So I always do that, or you can do it mentally. But definitely when you get to the G, after an instant restart, always put G/C. Invariably, it pulls back at the G, and then it goes to a D. So what I'm looking at here, and also the size of the instant restart doesn't make a difference. Usually it's very tiny. That's the most bullish one. When it's very choppy like this, but it does make it, it says, okay, now you need to see some long legs to the upside to match the whole pattern. So it rallied up today. So this is F/B, 9 over the 14. When the 9 and 14 cross the 200-period moving average, that's usually very good. MACD is strong. Rate of strength is not as strong as it was back in about 2 months ago, but it's still good. And the MACD is a 77%. On-balance volume is good. Now look at this. I always love to look at a chart and say, what is the character of the chart? Does it give me a lot of buy signal to buy modes? They go to at least a D. They could go higher, but does it go at least to a D? Well, lo and behold, this one's done that. Now look at this cup pattern. You see the number of bars from that high and in the cup formation, lopsided cups like a gravy cup, to that high right there, and then the lopsided. So I could do a measured move. It's going to be a little short, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to show you right now from there to there. That's exactly right. And look at this. From there to there. Okay, so make this one just for picturesque. attributes that make it a little bit variant so you can see it better. Look at that. It's 1 week early in this beautiful pattern, and it's in a leg D yet again. So the question was, statement was, can I have a look at it? I was long, and on this big pop today, I got out. So I'm saying to you, I like this very much. Now, once you say you're getting out, it's a done deal. There's nothing I can say unless you're getting a new position. Well, the history is in these sharp pullbacks. Remember, I have the webinars on the rectangle. Just try to. You could even sign up for my newsletter. You don't even have to get it. You just want to get my webinars. Every time I go through this, I'm thrilled at the articulation of the pattern, because it really does that. Look, you go in a rectangle formation. You have a sharp pullback. The rule of thumb in the Chapman methodology is that if it starts to have higher highs, preferably with higher lows, but higher highs, making a stair-step move, it can go all the way back to the previous high. It can go just under, right on, or just above. And the only thing you have to worry about after that is if it comes back and takes out the halfway mark. In this case, the halfway, I'm doing it visually, would be about 22.46. If it closes under that, there's a good chance it's going all the way back to the beginning. But if it holds steady, that's a good sign. So I'm spending a little time on it because it came up as an energy stock. I kind of like the whole pattern. I like the way, look at this weekly chart even. Look at the weekly chart. It hadn't even touched the 200-period moving average since last October. And every time it went above it, all the way back to this move right here, that was back in the week of July the 21st of 2023. Every time it's pulled back to the 200 and then under. Pull back, under, pull back, under, pull. Look at that, look at that. This is the first time it's had this digestive phase after each peak, and it's risen above the 200-period moving average. I like this very much. I could do a Chapman wave left side, right side price time match now to the weekly chart, but it's a done deal. It's already done that. I like it, and what I'm going to suggest is that you've made some money in this, and great, you got out today. You've made your money, and it's starting to pull back from that leg D. This is what it's done previous times, or the bar after it. Take a moment. But if this holds through Tuesday into Wednesday between 20, it hasn't taken out 24, I'm doing this by 24.27 to 23, I don't want to go too far underneath, 23.20. If it hasn't broken that key support level, but in fact is held here and then made a higher high than today, that's a really good sign. I hope that helps you. I like it very much. Thanks for bringing it to my attention. Of course, I almost forgot to write it down. VIC. Oh, that's coming out. FLNC. Florence Energy, trading at 25. At 25. A little squash there. Okay. Next question came in VICR. VICR, before I do that, did I do Bitcoin? Bitcoin's pulling back a little bit today, down at 1595 after really strong 2 sessions and then breaking to above the resistance in the 94,700, let's call it 9,500 area. Very nice action, but there's a lot to go to get that weekly chart to become positive. Look at the stochastic still flat, even with this move. And look, there it is in the Chapman Wave Inside Track propellants zone that goes back from 2023 and then again 2024. And it's held in that track, right? It went, tagged it, held it, closed at the low. Now it's a green candle. And the 9-period moving average is still positive. So Bitcoin futures, even though the monthly chart has gone from the 127,000s down to the 79,000s, this is holding okay. All right. You don't want to see it break down from here because that will say, you could have a 1-to-1 from the arch high, which is at, let's call it 98,000. And if it takes out this low that was made at 80,750, there could be a move that goes quite a bit sharper down to the 200-period moving average. Well, that's 79,000. Let's call it 79,000, but it would head towards that level. So far, this is good action, and it is a peak D, and you've got all the signals here that say it should have an attempt to get to a D. How it holds that D above 98,200, that was a high yesterday, is going to be very important. How it holds 94,300, which is 96,065 right now. I'm just saying 94,700 is a very short-term support. All right, we did a chunk there. VICR. I bet I forgot to type back in there what it did. No, it did. Vicor Corporation designs, manufactures high-performance modular power components. All-time high. Nope, not an all-time high. They had a huge high going into today, right here. It's up for today. We've been looking at this for a long time, brought to our attention by Ella in the Den, and I've loved it. For some reason, I just didn't put it in as a buy for subscribers. But look at this. All-time high was right there. November of 2021, it went to 164.75. We'll have a little bit of a more deeper look at Vicor Corporation. When we return, Dow's up 286.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Yes, so let's see, this question here. Yeah, I won't forget that. This is in the Tiger YouTube. Okay, so Vicor Corporation, VICR, trading up $4.32 at 144.964, hit 164.75 back in 2021. Took a little tumble, went down to 30.90 in April of 2024, and then had this beautiful rally to the upside. I have it going back to 164.75. I should have used this particular. In fact, I'll use the same one. I'm going to change it. I'm going to use the same midpoint, the plumb line that was used before when I did this on a shorter term, because it did it to the month exactly. So I'm just going to do it again here because I think it goes to February. Let me just check. New parallel. Like, you don't need all these colors and all this stuff. I've seen people working using Chapman wave methodology just with lines, simple lines, make it thick or thin to the left side, right side. There it is. So yeah, that's going to March, right? Yes, March. So this is what I'm looking at. The Chapman wave inside track. Yeah. So that's over there, but the inside wedge is going right there. Yep, it's going towards it. So I have it going to 164.75 by end of February, beginning of March. On a very short term, it might be a little bit tired because it popped up today to 154.90, pulling back just a little bit. I've got it as a G, but that wasn't quite an instant restart, but it has the characteristics. So I'm liable just to say, for safety's sake, just call it a G/C because there's nothing here negative, and you don't want to fool yourself by saying, "Oh my God, G, I got to get out." No, G can recycle. So, and a leg E in the weekly chart. All the technicals are still very good, and most importantly, what I am looking at here is that the where was it? Whoop. Yeah. So this went to a peak D. I don't want to see this fail in February by not making a new all-time high below 164.75, because then they'll say, oh, it's getting kind of tired. But everything about this is so positive. The stochastic at 85%. I think this leg D is going to continue to the 164.75, and then it might take a pullback. All right? So it's looking really good. Next question came in. Could I look at, what is it? AAOI. I don't think I've looked at AAOI. I've looked at AA because we have Alcoa. I've looked at OI because is it IO? I used to always hit my fingers for years. I used to go click IO, and it was something really important. Then it was in the single digits, but it used to bounce a lot. And then OI was something else, electronic something. But now I think we don't have that anymore. So this is applied. Applied optoelectric something. All right. I don't think I've ever seen it. I've never notated it. Optoelectronics Inc. Okay, very good. Thank you. So this is from Coda. Okay. So let me do this. I'm going to start off on the short term. Now look how quickly I do this. I look for the most obvious lowest low bar. Click. I put an up arrow. Never do I put an up arrow when I start off like this. I put a plus sign, and as soon as it confirms that it's gone from a buy signal to a buy mode, I feel comfortable putting an up arrow which says this should go to at least 4 higher peaks, a peak D. And this has a high of 22.90 and 22.85. You see, when you do this enough, you can identify, and look how quickly, that goes peak A, B, C, D. What do you expect at D? Other things can happen at D. What a pullback. It goes from the 36s down to the 26s. But wait a minute, it makes a new high. Now, I've been working on this particular pattern for a long time. I'm calling this E right now, and under it, I'm calling this a brand new gray A and a gray B, but I haven't got any signals. Look, the MACD is weak. The retro strength is just bouncing a little bit. Stochastic's very weak at 26%. On-balance volume is good, but the 9-period moving average did not go negative. So I think this is a good sign at 35.74, and I like it. So I'm going to suggest that if you use pattern recognition, look, here is the two highs. I'm going to join them. So that's your falling axe formation. The falling axe then turns into a cup formation right here. Oops, I can see. Okay, there it is. And that just says that the resistance is going to be at 40, but if it takes out 40, immediately you look to the left side and look at that peak right there, which is at 41.35, and then the high that was most recent now is 41.96. So far, this is actually a nice consolidation after a big move from about $19 to the 41 area. Now, let's just do this quickly on the weekly. So that's the lowest low. You always want to identify the lowest low bar and start your count. I can do the up arrow because I know it's going higher. Now, this one is a little different. Look at this. The other one had 1543, 1540. Yep. So it's different prices, different movement. I identified that as a peak, A, B, C, D, and now we've got a brand new A. I mean, I can tell you that if anyone else had a technique that was so consistent, it would be everywhere. But we just keep things modestly doing our stuff, that's all. Isn't it amazing? How many peak Ds have you seen that have been very significant just in the brief time that we're looking at it? All right? So that's the Chapman wave methodology right there. Peak A, B, C. And in fact, I've been spending a lot of time getting my stuff, trying to move it into software. Whew, wow, let me tell you. To do it the way I do it is not easy because I'm very demanding. I have specifics, and if it doesn't meet the criteria, you have to find other ways of looking at it. So this is now A. I could have just said this before, but I wanted to do it live just to show you that in the 2.5 minutes, I've done a daily, weekly, and monthly chart. And everything here looks positive. Now, what is this? Is this a gray A because it's under the previous high? Is that an E or is that a B? Well, the 9's positive, the MACD is positive, the retro strength is positive, stochastic is still not so good, and on-balance volume is weak. So I will then put E to follow up on the previous move. No, it took out that it can't be. It has to be a B. So that's, you see, let me just explain that for those of you who use Chapman wave method. See, that was a buy signal that fulfilled the peak D buy mode. When it came down, it took out that starting point. It's done. Now you still have to start a brand new one. I have no choice but to put an up arrow. I like this, yes. So I do like it. And what I am looking at here is it might take a little bit more time. I do not want you to see it go back down under 35. It has to keep moving up towards the trajectory, which is at 39.50 to 40.10. So far, I think it's looking very good. So this is AAOI, and I forgot again what it is. It's applied optoelectronics.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Are we back? I think we're back. If someone in the den can just say back, I'll be appreciative of that. So I think we're good. And let me just do this. Let me just see, am I hearing the voice on the... Yeah, did I somebody say yes? Okay. So let me just do this. So the question was, I'm in at 33.90. So it's trading at 33.61. I wouldn't do any adding right now. You haven't yet proved yourself 10%. Yeah, that's nice, but I need to see something better. If it actually starts to hold all the way through Wednesday of next week, and it's above what I was talking about, above the 35, 34 area, I'd say, okay, let's talk about it. Let's look at it again. Don't add just yet. This is still very early in this move of the falling axe formation, lower highs and much lower lows, turning into a cup formation. It's got everything there, but it needs to prove itself, and the stochastic's still very weak at 28%. Hope that can help you. And the next question was, am I on or I'm off? What's going back? Yep, I think I'm okay. No, I don't see it in Tiger TV. So I don't know. All right. Well, I'm just going to keep going. Next question came in. Could I look at the IWM? Where could I add is the question. I have the same question. We've taken a little bit off, but it's in a leg D. This was a perfect place to add, but I needed to see we weren't actually taken out of our long, so we just held it tight, and it's worked beautifully. Where can I add? Just give me another day to see how it holds at the close today. That's going to be very important. Let me just see if my man Al is telling me anything here. Ew, that was upsetting. I don't know what happened. Can't make the shit. Okay. Oh. Okay, good. All right, now within that context, so IWM is looking really great. All-time highs. Where should I add? There are 2 ways of doing this. Because this is a leader, anytime the market rallies and holds. I'm talking about the broader market. You can't just have the Dow moving. I want everything to be moving in sync. This is going to make, remember, the rule of thumb is that stocks and ETFs that make all-time highs tend to stay there until there's some aberration, something happens and just knocks it for a loop, okay? So I'm going to suggest you could do something right now. I don't want you, you're in at a good price. I don't want you to be messing around with it. I'm just going to say, look, if you want to add, you could have a trading position right now. You just added here 265 at an all-time high, adding a trading position. For me, that's tough. I would need a pullback. I needed to go more towards the 262, 259 area. To me, that would just be a little safer. So that's 4 points. But if you're prepared to hold on and say, look, it could keep going higher here or it could pull back, I wouldn't mind if it goes higher here because I can keep my core position and think of this more as a trading position. Then start a smallish position right here, 265.55. Give that about a 5 or a 6 point stop. I don't think it's going to be taken out now. I think the way it's looking, we're trying to attempt a rally going into kind of a little bit further into January. So I like it, but don't get carried away. Just a trading position. And with that trading position, what I would suggest to you is have a trading stop. So 265.48, let's say it pulls back tomorrow, and then on Monday, it pops up and it's at 267. Have a trading position. One is that you got a stop loss of where you got in, maybe a few cents more just to cover just your worrying, and the rest is just a trading stop. I think that's the best way to do it. Now, if you ask me in a perfect world, what would I do? I'd hold off. It's in a leg D. I think it's going to be pulling back, but it might take a week or so before it actually pulls back. But my best case here would be 257, 250, 255 for the IWM to add. Alcoa, question is, where would I add to Alcoa? So we haven't yet got the D. I am anticipating it goes to a higher high than yesterday, which is a 66.95. 66.96 will start a leg D if today is the peak C. That weekly chart, that candle is making me a little nervous. We've still got a whole day and a half to go, so I shouldn't be nervous. But we're long from 43.60. I believe you're also long from 43.60. Question. Okay, let me just get there. I was in and took profits and have been trying to add back. Small amount left of the original price of 43.60. You see, this is the one where you've got to hold tight. You see what I'm doing. I'm holding tight. This time, normally over the years, I'd say take a little. This time I'm holding tight. We've got a small position. I don't want to get it too small. I love it. I want to add to it. So let's just hold off. If it gets, if Alcoa can get, if it goes to 61, between 61 and 59, I think the general market's going to be pulling back. But that's really what you would want to add. Remember, the positions I talk about as finally really showing some strength, those are the ones that I don't want to get out too soon, even though it's an all-time high. I mean, look at this. This is a vertical move, not parabolic yet, but it's pretty. I mean, it's moving at 88% degree angle, something like that, maybe more. Okay, so we'll look at it together because for subscribers, I do want to add to it. Next question came in. Okay, did that. Yeah. For the musicians in the room, that wasn't Bach. That was Bach. If it was Bach, we would have seen a divergence between the counterpoint of the high notes and the low notes. All right. So what are we doing here? We're looking. Oh, another question came in. Oh no! What happened to those questions? What happens to this? I've never figured it out. Comments. Okay. Comments. I've been in love with Beethoven's music. How did it move to that? You know, when things move, I just lost a beautiful screamer thing that I had. It was just coded so nicely as screamers. I've had it for years and years, and I loved it. And it just disappeared. And this time, I don't think I'm getting it back. I'll have to call and find out what I can do about it. You know, at this age, when something goes wrong, man, it's hazardous to your health. What was the other question in the den? Why is it? This is switched over. Let me give me 1 second. Are we going to the music now? We'll go to the music in a second, I think. I don't know what's going on. There it is. Okay, everything's good. We're back, and I'm looking at the question. The question was, where are the questions? Now I've lost the questions. All right. Frustrating. There was another question in the Tiger YouTube, which was very pertinent to what we were doing. All right. Still plagued by day trading funds a few years ago. And it has been difficult to buy and hold. Okay. I understand. All right. This is just the modus operandi you want to get into now is that this is a period where if you've got the ones that are working, you want to stay with them. You want to add to them. Yes, you've got to take money management off a little bit, but then you want to add back. I don't get out of most of it because if the ones that are working, this is what fund managers are looking at. They're saying, wow, Alcoa, I haven't looked at Alcoa for years. They're not interested that it's at an all-time high. They're looking at their portfolio and they say, I want to be in there. So think about that. I'll be back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey. Because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Yeah, so what we're looking at, look, even Catapult, all-time high as we're speaking, at 647, just do this updated. So that would be right there. Yep, that's a D and an E. So all I can say is that within the context of that whole thing that I was talking about momentarily ago, about cyclicals, how we've rotated, how Microsoft's looking. Let me just look at Amazon as we're going to the final segment here, AMZN. I'm sorry, in the Tiger YouTube, I can't get the chat there. It just disappeared. Yeah, Amazon's stalling. I mean, it's not bad. It's just stalling. It's not leading the pack right now. And the Dow's up 245, 251, and the S&P's up 31. And as I say, Caterpillar's at all-time high. Goldman Sachs had a big pullback. Where did it go? Whoops, there we are. There it is. From that peak C, a big pullback. It had a 7-day, 8-day consolidation from 961.69, and what is it doing today? Leg D. So that's why I'm saying that the leaders stay leaders for a while. So Goldman Sachs right there, and that's really important. So within this context, as we're going to hand you over to Steve Rhodes, check out my opening call and my daily newsletter. We really have had some very nice things. We've taken a little bit, we took some profits. One was a 50% profit, small position, we tiny bit we took off. One was 17%. I'm trying to handle this market. This beginning of January kind of sets the pace for a lot of things. So I don't want to get lost in the shuffle. So I think we're doing okay, and I'm going to try my best to keep doing for subscribers. It's not easy. Some of it is very simple because you actually your winners, but at the same time, there's been a lot of whippiness in some of the areas. So with that said, hey, Steve will take over. He'll do a great job as he always does. And don't forget, great programming here at TFNN. Check out my opening call daily newsletter. We're adding to positions. We're not just sitting back and watching. We are adding new positions and old positions. So have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow.